Hello Leo, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm using my own tarot cards, my black and white duality tarot deck. And when I started to pull the cards, I first thought, oh my god, Leo has the best reading so far. But yeah, the last two cards were not so perfect anymore. But yet, this is a good reading. So let me just first go through the cards. We had love, taking, better, God, closed, and friction. At the bottom of the deck we have resistance, and I do not always include the bottom of the deck, but I feel drawn to it. I even feel drawn to pull even further. We have sadness, lost, and feminine, or female. Even further, right, and totality. So this goes pretty far into the deck. So let's just first stick to the beginning of the reading with love and taking. And I feel like there is something that, I mean, literally you might receive a kind of gift. Even if it's just a small one, you will feel that it comes out of sincere love. And you know, the better card is it just explains itself. Like there is such a deep satisfaction and harmony in this card. And better is even better than good. You know, I have a good card. I have 108 cards in this deck, and 107 is called good. And 108, the last card, better, because I wanted to outweigh the positive cards. I wanted to, my God, my English, sorry. I wanted the positive cards to outweigh the negative ones because, you know, it's a duality deck. We have, like, for example, we have here resistance, and I have another card that has a girl on it, and the girl, she pushes her umbrella down and she enjoys the rain, and it's called acceptance. You know, this is the concept of my deck. And, you know, with the last pair, I just wanted to keep both cards very positive. And yeah, better is even better than good. So the first row here, this is so peaceful, this is so fulfilling. It could also mean that there is some kind of love, romantic love, or a friendship, or a family situation. There's this energy of very thick and intense love that is coming into your life. And this itself already feels like a very fulfilling gift. It also reminded me that maybe for some of you, whatever you experienced in your childhood or in your adult life, that maybe you have forgotten how to receive love when it's there, and it doesn't have to be necessarily romantic love. Sometimes as we grow older and we have been through a lot in our lives, we withdraw a lot, and our social relationships, they change and they decrease in intensity often. We often become loners. And, you know, especially if we were dealing with a lot of negative social experiences, maybe within our family and friend circle and in romantic situations. And if something like this is burdening us for decades, then sometimes we decide that we would rather stay by ourselves. But I feel there is a teaching about that, and there is a shift in this kind of energy, like being very open and receptive. Also, for some of you, it could mean that maybe you didn't like taking from others. Sometimes it makes us feel guilty if we accept help, if we accept a gift, because we feel like we have to be the provider, we have to be the giver. So there might be a healing of that as well. It's a very nice energy. And then, I mean, it gets even better with the God card. It feels so ultimate. It feels so like, I mean, for some of you, this could just be a spiritual reading. It doesn't have to be a kind of love situation in a social sense. It can just be that you tapping into some kind of divine love energy that feels very fulfilling. Yet, And it also comes with a certain wisdom. And yet there is the closed and friction card. And this is, I have that often in my readings, that I perceive that some cards are representing your own energy, but also another one's energy. And I feel like for some of you, if this is a romantic situation for you, it could be that there was a person that once was closed, shut down towards you. And there was a lot of disappointment because you really liked or loved this person. And there could be, I'm not speaking about toxic relationships. I don't want to put any false hope into such situation or tell people, they have to wait for someone toxic to suddenly love them. Please don't get me wrong here. But sometimes people are not toxic, but it just wasn't the right timing. And then we meet them later, or maybe sometimes several years later, and then this person is suddenly open. And it could also just speak of, when I was saying that maybe due to some bad experiences, you closed off to love, you closed off to friendship, or even to spiritual connections. And, there was just this kind of friction when you thought of a certain kind of rejection that you have maybe even experienced several times in your life. And there is just this offering of healing, this kind of energy. At the bottom of the deck, as I said, we have resistance, sadness, loss, and female. So this could be for some of you be a woman, about a woman. It could also just be that you are developing or opening up to your own feminine energies a little bit more, even if you're a man, to become more receptive. Or if you are, even if you're a woman and you felt like you have to be the provider in a situation, maybe you're a single mother, or I don't know, sometimes even the mother can earn more than the father nowadays. Maybe you were the provider in a certain situation, or let's just stick to the typical old school role model stuff. You're the man and you are the provider of the family, and you felt bad when your wife was also, when she suddenly paid all the bills. Like, it could be any kind of situation where someone was just not feeling well about being receptive and taking something from someone. And this resistance, sadness, and loss card, this could be a very old wound. Also regarding this specific person, for those of you, maybe for some of you, this is a kind of old friendship or old relationship that is over since 10 years, and maybe it was not a toxic relationship, but a very good relationship that lasted for many years. But then you somehow drifted apart and you broke up, and it was very, very painful. Maybe that person fell in love with someone else, and after 10 years, you receive a message or something, and there's just this offering of healing this very old grief that is attached to this situation. For some of you, I'm getting it's not only regarding one specific person, but especially for men, there is something about female rejection. I'm also getting something about someone, maybe you rejected a lot of people because you felt they weren't a proper match and you thought it couldn't be a sustainable relationship, and there was one specific person that you always wanted, but they always rejected you. I'm getting so many things in this reading, but there is some kind of, We have the right card here in totality. I want to include them as well, because there is a very strong healing and it feels very effortless. And you know, it doesn't only come from an internal realization. It feels like maybe something could even just fall into your lap, a very pleasant experience that will automatically bring this, feel like a showering of blessings. It feels very spiritual and it feels very right. Like there is this total trust into the situation. And I really don't like using all these typical spiritual terms, but it could be some kind of spiritual or divine connection. Even though, you know, I don't prefer to always talk about this typical stuff in my readings. Sometimes these things come up as well. So I'm gonna, sorry, it's gonna get loud, pull some letters and numbers. I just recently bought those in one of those €1 or $1 shops. And I thought maybe it's fun to use them in my readings. But I can't always form words. I think those are too many. We have a 3, 6, 9, what's wrong? A 2, a 3, a 6, or 9. However you want to take it. We have an 8, another 3, another 3, 3, 3, 3. Nice number. We have another 6 or 9. Let's just put it this way. 6, 8, 9, 7, another 6. Okay, 3 6s, maybe not. Oh, and I put it on the card number 66. No, we don't have to always see something devilish in 66 or 666. It's just a normal number, I think. We have I, 2 E's, P, J, G, Z, Y, and T. We have the German word for T, which is T. Maybe you will meet for tea with this person. I don't know. Oh, it's so tough sometimes to form proper, or maybe can we form a name? Oh, we have P. But I think it doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe there's someone out there, but probably not. What do we have? We have yep. Sometimes Germans say that instead of yes. I mean, the proper word for yes in German is ja. But sometimes we say yep or yo. Oh, Jeep. Oh, maybe that is relevant for someone. I'm still trying to figure out a name. No, I can't figure out a name, but we have Zig, short form of cigarette maybe. No tiger, doesn't work. I don't know, I will just leave it here. Maybe it makes some sense to some of you. Maybe you can find some initials. I repeat, we have a Z, T, I, G, E, J, E, P, and Y. So that's it so far. Thank you for watching.